Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Alam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So here we will do our second problem of continuous random variable, which is 3.7. So what is the question here? The question is the total number of hours measured in a unit of 100 hours that a family runs a vacuum cleaner over a period of 1 year. So to be a continuous random variable, x that has a density function is given by, you can see here, and find the probability that over a period of 1 year a family runs their vacuum cleaner in part number A is less than 120 hours, in part number B between 50 and 100 hours. So here is the important statement. You can see the total number of hours measured, the total number of hours measured in a unit of 100. What is meaning by this one? So here is the major unit is basically 100 hours. We can see here. So in this problem, the measurement is done in a larger unit, right? Especially the unit of 100 hours. So this is a larger unit. So what is meaning by this one? You understand this one? What is meaning by this one? So let's say this is my capital X here. My random variable is what? The total number of hours measured in a unit of 100 hours. What is mean by this one? So mathematically we can say if you have a value of 1 for the random variable X, so basically it corresponds to 100 hours of usage. So I mean what? So if I write like this one, the capital X is equal to 1. So this means if I am taking my random variable is equal to 1 implies what? So we can say I am talking about the 100 hours. Okay, this one, because my random variable x is equal to 1 mean 100 hours. If I am taking x is equal to 2, so this implies I am talking about 200 hours. Okay, you understand this one, I hope. So this means we are going to find basically the probability is less than 120 hours. So in the first part, so we are talking about the probability of x is less than 120 hours. So we are going to find this situation. So basically now we will convert over 120 hours to the same unit of x, which is measured in unit of 100, right? How we can convert this one? So we will divide by 100. So this means if you divide 120 by 100, so you get 1.2. So you can see in this formula, so basically what is the unit of x? So unit of x mean you just divide hours by 100. So we have this 120 hours and we will divide by 100. So we get 1.2. So what is meaning by this? So this means we are going to find the probability of x is less than 1.2, right? So this means, so I can write here the probability of this random variable, continuous random variable, is less than 1.2, right? So basically to find the probability x is less than 1.2, so we need to consider two intervals. Which one? So the first interval, you can see x is greater than 0 and less than 1, and the second interval is from 1 to 1.2. So now we will consider these two intervals. So here the consider the two intervals. So the first interval is like 0 is less than x and less than 1, right? This is the first interval. And the second interval is basically 1 is, we can write less than x and less than 1.2, right? Because you can see the upper limit is 1.2. So we consider two intervals. So first we consider the first interval here. So first interval is 0 is less than x and less than 1, right? So we know that if we consider this interval, so we will integrate over first function, this is x, from 0 to 1, right? So here we will integrate over function from 0 to 1, and my density function is given by x into dx. You can see here from 0 to 1 my function is x, and you know how to integrate this function. This would be x square by 2, and the integration is basically from 0 to 1, right? We can see here. So we can see this is a 1 by 2 is a constant. So we can write this constant outside this bracket. So we have only x squared, and the limit is from 0 to 1. So first we will apply the upper limit. The upper limit is 1. So basically 1 square is 1 minus, when we put this 0 here, so this is 0. So this means my answer is 1/2, right? This is for my first interval. Now we consider the second interval. The second interval is x is greater than 1 but less than 1.2, right? This is my second interval. Why I am taking this 1.2 here? Because you can see the 1.2 is greater than x, so the maximum limit we can see here 1.2. okay, so which interval we can consider here? From 1 to 1.2, you can see from 1 to 1.2, so we can pick this value 2 minus x, because 1.2 is lies in the second interval. So this means we will integrate over function from 1 to 1.2, and my function is 2 minus x into dx. And you know how to integrate this function? So basically the integration of 2 is 2x, so I can write here 2x minus, and this is x square over 2, and my limits is from 1 to 1.2, right? So first we will put our upper limit here. So you can see the upper limit is 1.2, so I can write here 2 into 1.2 minus 1.2 square over 2. So this is my upper limit, right? And now I will apply the lower limit, and you can see the lower limit is 1. So when you put 1 here, so this is only 2 minus 1 over 2, right? So we can calculate this one easily. So when you simplify this expression, so you get this value, which is 0.18, right? You can check in your calculator also. So 0.18 right now. So basically we will find here the probability of this capital X is less than 1.2. So basically this, how to find the probability of x is less than 1.2? So the basically this is equal to the sum of the probabilities of the interval this x less than 1 and this one. So we will add their probabilities. So this means the first probability is 1/2 plus the second probability is 0.18. When you add this value, you get 0.68. This is my first part, right? In the second part, we are going to find between 50 and 100 hours. So in the second part, so we are going to find between 50 and, sorry, this is less than x, this is less than x, and less than 100. In the same way, we will divide by 100 now, because we will convert over units. So this means this will give you, when we divide by 100, 50 over 100 will give you 0.5 is less than x, and is less than 100 by 100 is basically 1. And we know very well how to integrate this function. We have already done this. So we will integrate our function from 0.5 to 1, right? And you can see 0.5 to 1 is lies. You can see 0.5 to 1 is lies in the first interval, right? Because 0.5 is here. So we will pick our first function, which is x here. So I can write this is x into d of x, right? So we will integrate this function here. So when you integrate, you know that the integration of x is x square by 2. So I can write here x square by 2, and my limits is 0.5 to 1, right? And you know very well how to plug this upper and lower limit. So I can write here 1/2. So when you put upper limit, you get only 1 square is 1. When you get lower limit, so you can write 0.1 square. So when you calculate everything, you get 0.375. So thank you very much for watching this video.